Find insight, guidance, and answers. Tune into Spirit with radio medium Laura Lee.
Let's talk about growing up psychic and what it means for those super sensitive children that you have at home. I am Laura Lee. This is your 5-Minute Spirit Reboot, and joining me today are the Trinity Oracles. 3 psychic sisters that knew they were psychic as little children. We've got Erica, Candace, and Jasmine. Welcome, ladies.
Hello.
I think we all have different key characteristics. Like Erica, you channel and you use sketching as an intuitive way of communicating to spirit. And then Candace, you do dream interpretations, which I really love. And then Jasmine, you're claircognizant. You just kind of know things when they occur. When I was a kid, I hid a lot from people. Like I stayed in closets. I was behind chairs because it was just too much energy around me. How was it with you guys?
You know what? I always knew what to say to people. So people were maggots to me. Like all the school kids were telling me their business, telling me what's going on. And I always knew what to say, but I also always knew what was going on. Like they're lying. And then I would be right.
So you're a trusted advisor.
Pretty much.
Okay, Erica, how about you?
Oh, for me, it's funny. I actually thought I was just very analytical and just like watch people. I'd be like, this person, they're just like this. That relationship's not going to last. Then it happened. Actually, no, like, I don't know. I was just,
How about you, Candace?
I was more of a feeler. I would feel things. I still do feel a lot. And I'd be like, something doesn't feel right, but I wouldn't say anything. I'd just be like, kind of sit back and like Jasmine would say, like, watch. Because if I did say something, they're like, oh, that's just Candace, being dramatic.
Oh, yes. I totally get that too.
So you're sitting there like, I know this person ain't good. And you're just like, I'm not just being judgmental, but you're feeling something off about them. You still want to be chastised for, speaking, how you really feel or what you're perceiving or receiving.
So do you think it was nurtured in your household, or do you feel like some of it was negated?
Negated. They think it's like, oh, you're not God.
The judgment thing. Right. How about you, Jasmine?
No, it was more negated.
Like, don't find property until tap into that energy. You don't know what you're conjuring. You're tapping the energy so you can invite something super negative in. Basically like you're playing with the devil.
And what about you, Candace?
No, it was definitely negated. Some of them I'm like, oh, I feel like this. And they're like, you're just being dramatic.
You kind of don't want to open up your mouth after sometimes when people give you ridicule. Are any of you parents? Because I am.
I am.
All right. So, Jasmine, we'll start with you first. What would you say to a parent out there who's got a supernatural kiddo and they're picking up on things? How would you recommend they nurture that or not?
Well, it depends on the situation, but I would definitely actually tell them, okay, let's talk about psychic boundaries. Let's talk about empathic boundaries. If a parent is not involved in the psychic world, definitely get a mentor. Do not try and nurture it yourself, because there's things in the spiritual world that you need someone who's been through it, who can help you guide your child. If you're in the spiritual world, always divulge everything that you're receiving, because they have to learn. It's like reading the rope.
Right. How about you, Erica? What would you recommend?
The first thing I'd probably take them to a trusted psychic and see how open they are. I would see what their psychic abilities are and how I can protect them and show them how to protect themselves.
Candace, anything different than your sisters?
I would say listening, even if you're like, what is this kid talking about? Listening and kind of being open-minded, but also asking questions. Like, why do you feel like this is going on? Because a lot of the time, kids will say stuff and you're like, well, where is that coming from?
I love that.
Journal for them to let them start writing their predictions down and what they're feeling and who they're receiving it from. How does this person feel? They feel positive. Ask them that.
Right. I do the same thing. I encourage it. And it doesn't mean that the kid's going to grow up psychic. I think some parents, they're scared of it. And so that's why they may negate it. So you guys are an interesting group. And I know you've got a great channel on YouTube. Where can people find you?
So on YouTube, look us up at Trinity Oracles. Our website is trinityoracles.com.
Yeah, you can find us there, and all our links are on our website.
Thank you for sharing your wisdom today and insight about growing up psychic. And if you like this episode and you want more, please like it and share it. And And remember, you can connect with us at Facebook Radio Medium Lore League Group. We'd love to hear from you and your thoughts about this subject.